Hey vlog, it is February 6th, 2023, and I finally got my February goals printed out and posted on the wall. You can see them right back there. That way, they're there where I can always see them, and guess what? You guys can see them too. So, let's see how well we come to actually making them. I think the next thing I need to do is every week, do a chart and put it up of showing the progress to see where we're at. That might be a little more scary. Just having the goals, that helps you see where you're going. Having the charts is helping you see if you're actually reaching there. That is the next step in your goals. You can take all the time in the world to write them all out. You can take all the time in the world to schedule, plan, and do everything else. But if you don't track the end result, you don't know whether any of it's working. So that is why I'm so big on planning. You fill out that planner and you fill out your daily schedule and you make sure all the important things are there. And then you take and you start striking out the things that are not moving the needle and not getting you closer to those goals. And by tracking the targets, that means over there, you're tracking exactly what you need to track in order to reach those goals. Once you've got that going, then you can see where everything fits together. You can see all the points that you know are not making anything for you. You guarantee you're going to have stuff in your day that does not move the needle. That is just the way it works. It just happens. We all do it. But there's a lot of stuff in there that you're doing that you can probably eliminate. I once heard that in business, you can basically outsource everything except for sales. That's right. Sales is the one thing that you need to keep doing. And really and truly, you can even outsource that if you have a good system in place in order to onboard it. But you're going to find that most things that you have to do on a daily basis don't move the needle, which is so frustrating. That means you're going to end up spending a lot of time doing stuff that you don't need to. Accounting. Outsource that. It's not worth it. Tracking your metrics. That can be outsourced. However, you're better off to do it yourself. It doesn't take long to look at your sales and look at your growth, your followers, etc. That is, like a 5-minute thing. You could actually probably do it every day and you'll never really miss very much by doing that. It's not really moving the needle, but it's seeing where the needle is at. And that is a very important thing, is to know where the needle is at in order to reach the goals on the wall. But that can be outsourced. If you really don't have a lot of time, or say you have a social media manager, they can do that and just send you a report of the day's growth. Real simple. That's not a problem. Then what else can you outsource? You can outsource fulfillment. Yep, drop shipping is a great option if you're doing physical products. Digital products, fulfillment's easy. Just send them an email. Email or a download link. That takes care of digital products. The computer does it. It's outsourced immediately. Physical products can be drop shipped. What else? Customer service. Yeah, a lot of entrepreneurs pride themselves in doing their own customer service. Yeah, is that moving the needle? No. Generally, customer service is going the opposite direction, pulling the needle back. So if you're dealing with that, you definitely need to look at outsourcing it. That is something that should be handled by a professional. And guys, when it comes to outsourcing, it's easy to find people to do this. Just make sure you check on some references and do some due diligence before you hire them, or bring them on a trial basis. But what else? More stuff can be outsourced. Most of your day can be outsourced once you get your systems rolling. But you have to have systems. First system is a method of selling and growing your following. That's your first two things. Next, what you have to do is you have to have a system for tracking that, tracking your growth, tracking all of that information so you have it close together. Then, as all of that is growing, you'll start to see how everything meshes together. And then as you get the income, you start outsourcing. And once you do that, you're going to see your sales actually start to exponentially rise, because at the beginning, let's face it, guys, you don't have a big audience and you're doing everything yourself. So time is so precious to you. Like you're going to run out of capacity for time because you're doing everything yourself. Entrepreneur is the I wear everything hat. Yeah, that's how it starts. Then you move on. Once you become a business, you put the CEO hat on and you start handing all of that other stuff off to people that specialize in it. And as they're doing their job, you're doing yours, steering the ship as the CEO. Once that is occurred, you've got now more people driving revenue and income. So instead of just multiplying by 1, you're multiplying by 2, 3, 4, even 10 times. So hiring those people is well worth it. Once you get into a position, you can afford to start hiring that first one. Don't do it right off the bat. That is a bad idea. You want to have at least enough income coming in that you can pay them before you start hiring them. And that does take some time. Won't lie. I know a lot of other gurus say, oh, you'll have this in 5 minutes. No, you won't. And any of them that tell you that, they're not telling you the truth. I've seen a lot of the affiliate marketers. You start this and you'll be out of your job in a month. Most affiliates don't pay out until 30 days have gone by. You've got really 30 days before you're going to see any revenue from your first efforts. And that's assuming you got a whole bunch of sales right off the bat. So don't ever listen to them. The get-rich-quick schemes, they don't pan out. They don't work. The get-rich growth, that doesn't work. Buying followers doesn't work. None of those things are actually going to work for very long, if they work at all. Because, well, the algorithms can spot fake followers. It's not a problem. Guarantee it, you're going to get fake followers, but they can tell the difference between a handful of fakes versus 10,000 fakes that just appeared out of nowhere. They can spot those a mile away. But a handful, guaranteed, everybody has a handful of fake followers. I know I've got a couple on most every social media I've got. I know they're there. I try to weed them out as I find them. But let's be realistic. Nobody has the time really to go through and weed out the fake follower who just showed up. But as your systems are growing, your business is growing, your company is growing, and so is all of the support behind you. Just think, once you are at a point where you've got enough revenue to hire somebody to do at least 5 things that you're doing. It doesn't even have to be a whole lot. Say you had somebody that you can hand off editing to. How much more time could you devote now to things that are moving the needle that you weren't doing before? I mean, in editing, if I got rid of editing, I can guarantee there's an extra 8 hours that I can focus on sales or growth in other areas, because editing takes a lot of time. Now, will I ever outsource editing on my main channel? I don't know. It depends. If that channel ever gets to where the AdSense revenue itself can afford an editor, sure, I'll do it. But otherwise, I'll probably not, because I enjoy editing. It is a very mentally tasking device. You're putting together a puzzle that you don't really know what it looks like. So it's fun. It's a good mental challenge. But I could save a good 8 hours to work on other things just by outsourcing it. What else could be outsourced? What in your small little enterprise, your beginning empire, what would you be using as your first outsourced job? What position would you hire? Virtual assistant, editor, social media manager, someone to handle posting for everything else? What would be your first one? Drop it in the comments. And also, guys, don't forget, sign up for my YouTube challenge. It starts not next week. We're skipping next week, but we're going the following week. And it will be live in the Facebook group that you can sign up for with the link down below. Totally free, guys. You're going to want to join this so you can get your YouTube empire started. And like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.